Do you speak to grow your business? Do you engineer your speaking for big revenue leaps in your business? Well, welcome to this episode. I'm going to break down how you can do this. If you want to add an extra $200,000 to $1 million or more to your business, maybe even this year, through speaking opportunities, then you're going to love this episode. Let's break it down. I'm your host, Carden. Welcome to the show. All right, so there are lots of ways to use speaking in your business, but a lot of people use speaking for visibility, or they say, I want to speak for impact, but they're not engineering the revenue plan. They're not engineering the revenue growth that they actually could have. And so they end up being very busy speaking, but I see inside a lot of entrepreneurs' businesses, and I see a lot of great entrepreneurs that are speaking, they're guesting on podcasts, they're on stages, they're speaking in front of rooms, they're doing all the things, but I also know their business isn't where it could be because they're not leveraging every opportunity that they have. And they're not thinking about every opportunity being a strategic opportunity for a revenue leap. And this is where the breakdown is for many people. So look, speaking for visibility is great. Speaking for impact, of course we want to do that. But why not speak for revenue? And then you're going to have the visibility and the impact when you engineer this in the right way. Why not kill a lot of birds with one stone? So here's a question I have for you. If you look at the last 12 months of your speaking, everything you've done from guesting on podcasts to hosting your own show, to running rooms, to webinars, whatever it is you have been doing to use your voice to grow your business, how much revenue have you produced? Because here's the breakdown for a lot of people. They're not thinking like this. They think if they get out there more, they think if they speak more, they think those opportunities are just going to come and their business is going to grow. But this is just a very slow path to growth. Will it over time? Probably. You'll probably grow some, but you won't have the big revenue leaps that you could. Now, I'm not making income claims here, but I do want to break down how you can have big revenue leaps. The first thing is to think differently. See, what you do before, during, and after you're speaking is how you should be building your strategic plan, how you should be engineering that plan so that everything you're doing turns into a big revenue play. Now, the first thing to think about is volume versus high-level speaking. A lot of people are out there speaking and they're thinking volume. So I had a conversation with an amazing speaker and coach the other day, and he was telling me that, Ann, every time I speak on a podcast, I make about $1,000 average. Now, to a lot of people, that might sound great, but I've spoken on a podcast and made $45,000, and another one and made $45,000, and another one and made $50,000. And it goes on and on. And so if I look at that and I look at the play there, I'm like, one podcast making what he makes on 40 or 45 podcasts. That's the difference, right? There's a big difference in the strategy. So one is very volume driven and one is very high level driven. When your back end offers or what you are trying to sell are low ticket, you are going to have to speak for volume. There's no other way around it. And I see so many people that do this. They kind of use the value ladder, sell something low and then ascend people into something high. But high level buyers, when they see you speak and they really believe that you're the person that can help them, they will buy high immediately. In fact, don't ask them to get on your email list. Don't ask them to buy something low and then have to go through a whole bunch of steps and hoops before they can buy your high thing. Like, that's not going to work for them. So you're leaving a fortune on the table if this is the way you are doing things, especially if you sell high-end services. Why not flip the model and speak to sell high? And then everybody else can be downsold. A much different play. I see a lot of people that speak to build their email list. I was taught this strategy. Give away a lead magnet when you speak and build your email list. You know what I found? It is a slow path to not much. I did that for years when I came online and Everybody said you need a lead magnet, and when you go out and speak, you ask people to get on your email list, you have them scan a QR code or you give them a link. And you know what I found? It just didn't give me the same return on my investment for my time. It didn't give me big paydays or big months or big revenue leaps. And I knew that something was strategically wrong with that plan. First of all, a lot of people would get lost in the emails, right? They wouldn't get the emails, or the emails would go into their spam, or the emails would go into their promotion tab and they would never look at them, or they would give an email that it would bounce back, and the list goes on and on. And so what I found is that even if they did get on my email list, it was such a long process to nurture them, to turn them into buyers. So when I flipped my model and I said, I'm going to start selling my great services in my speaking, and I'm going to strategically align my speaking so that I can do that, everything changed. Everything changed. And the paydays became big. The opportunities became bigger. And I didn't feel like I was out there killing myself for nothing. Now, let me just say, when you engineer rooms for strategic growth and big revenue leaps, you are going to have visibility. You are going to have impact, like it's going to come with it. So why not just go after the revenue and let the other things happen naturally anyway? Because they will. When you get in front of a room and you speak to people, you're visible, right? Or when you're speaking online, you're visible. So why not strategically engineer your plan so that you can make those big revenue leaps every time you speak? And here's the cool thing. When you get all these strategies working, guesting on podcasts, hosting your own show, having virtual rooms, running maybe small live rooms, seminars, speaking on stages, leveraging other people's audiences, live streams, webinars, all of these things can stack. They all become different ways of speaking and marketing your business that can either feed each other or they can stack. So now you've got multiple ways that you can bring in business whenever you want. This is how you can make big revenue leaps in your business. Now, I say get one working really well, and then get the next working really well, and then the next, right? And that's where you will never be out of opportunity to grow your revenue. But most people don't do this. It's very spray and pray. They're out there speaking. It's like hope marketing. I hope I get a client. I hope I get a buyer. I hope a lot of people get on my email list. And that just isn't the strategic approach that I use or that I teach my clients to use. We want to work at a higher level. We want to elevate what we're doing in our speaking. And it isn't about being busy. It isn't about visibility. It isn't about just impact. It is about revenue growth. So those are the people I'm speaking to. I'm speaking to people trying to grow their business by using their voice in whatever capacity, whatever way they're using it. If I have something that I am doing that either stops working, maybe it worked before and it all of a sudden isn't working the same way, or it's not working, I am going to start breaking that down and figuring out how to fix it. Or I'm going to hire someone to help me fix it. And I have done that many times. It's like, you know something that I'm trying to figure out, and I'm not going to waste my time trying to figure it out. I'm going to hire you and let you show me. That is high-level thinking. That's the way you want to think in your business. And that is what is going to help your business grow faster, is when you think like that. So I don't waste time trying to make things work. I want to get it figured out quickly so that every time I speak or everything that I do, it's leveraged and it is an opportunity for a big revenue leap. I hope this is making sense. Now, a lot of people actually are losing revenue before they even pick up the mic. Think about that for a minute. And why is that? It's because they haven't strategically engineered their game plan to make big revenue leaps, to make that opportunity that they have to turn into big revenue, to turn into revenue that is actually going to grow their business. So if you can have a $50,000 payday because you spoke on a podcast, or you ran a small virtual room, or you ran your own live event, and you have a $50,000 or $100,000 payday, well, you can now ramp that up, rinse and repeat, do it again, right? Do it again. You have a $100,000 day, you can do that once a month, you've got over $1 million business. This is how you make the big leaps. Now, I also want to talk about what you're selling though, because your offers that you've created also have to be strategically aligned with your speaking, with who you're speaking to, who your buyers are. All of those things work together. All of those components have to be aligned and have to work together. So if you're trying to sell something for $1,000 or $2,000, you're going to have a lot more people. But if you're selling something for $25,000, you don't need a big audience. You don't need a lot of people. You just need to strategically engineer the plan so that you can bring in a client or two or three or four at that $25,000, at that $50,000, whatever it is you're selling. So if you're not selling offers at this level and you really are excellent at what you do, then I'm going to challenge that first, because you're going to stay in a place of hustle and grind if you are not selling your services at the highest level. And speaking is one of the best ways to sell your services at the highest level. Because again, the high level buyers don't need to go through funnels, buy something low, and then ascend. They don't need to get on your email list. In fact, don't ask them to get on your email list because they're not going to want to in most cases. They will be ready to buy when they see that you are the person they should hire or work with or whatever it is you do. And here's the other thing I want to tell you. Don't mistake applause and audience energy and excitement with revenue. And I see this too. I saw someone the other day in a Facebook group who said it was a great event I spoke at. The energy was fire, but nowhere did she say, I made a lot of money. That room turned into a lot of revenue for me. That was never said. It was just great energy. I spoke with another person on LinkedIn, and she was talking about a speaking engagement she did. And she said, oh, it was great. I got a lot of exposure. Exposure, my friends, cannot pay the invoices. It can't pay your employees. It can't grow your business. Over time, all that will grow your business, but that's not going to give you those big revenue leaps. I love to help people strategically plan for immediate ROI, immediate return on your investment, immediate revenue coming into your business at a high level. This is a different philosophy, and this is a philosophy and a strategy most people are not using in their business. They're doing volume plays, they're staying busy, but it's not growing into the revenue that they deserve or they could be making. And so before they even pick up the mic, they've already got revenue leaks. They're already losing money. From the very beginning, you have to think, how much money do I want to make from this speaking opportunity? And if you could make that every time you speak, what kind of revenue could you generate in your business even this year? Listen, I want to invite you into a strategic workshop called Speak, Sell, and Scale, Your Next Big Revenue Leap. And it is around $200,000 to $1 million leaps in your business through speaking opportunities, through speaking to grow your business. And this is for you if you are great at what you do and you're ready to scale. You're speaking already. You already have revenue. You already are good at what you do. But what you are doing is not giving you those big revenue leaps or the growth that you would like, then I want to invite you to apply to attend that event. Now, it's a 3-hour virtual event, and I will tell you this, everyone will not get into the room because we want to keep the room at a high level, and there is a qualification process. Now, the event's at no charge, but it is a curated event. It is an application only. So if you're interested in attending that, you can go to expertinyouworkshop.com and apply to attend that strategic VIP virtual event for big revenue leaps using your speaking as the main driver in your business. In that, we're going to uncover what gaps you have in your business, what you could be doing differently, what's not working, how to fix it, and you will be able to walk away with a very different mindset around how to use speaking in your business and how to get those bigger revenue leaps in your business. You'll have the game plan. So go to expertinyouworkshop.com and apply to attend if this sounds like a fit for you. And this is for serious people only, ready to grow and scale their business. This is not for information seekers or information gatherers. This isn't a big teaching 3-hour workshop. This is a strategic workshop where we actually look at your business and what's happening, and we uncover the gaps in your business. So if you're not in a place to be able to grow and scale, then this isn't going to be the right fit for you. You can go check out the page at expertinyouworkshop.com and you can decide if this is something that you would like to attend. Okay, so that being said, let me know your thoughts. Let me know how much revenue, drop it in the comments, how much revenue you would like to make in this year with your speaking, with whatever it is you're doing. And then how can you stack all of these things so that you will never be out of revenue drivers for your business and every one of them will work? How can you do that? All right, let me know your thoughts. God bless you. Until next time, have an amazing day. Bye-bye.